Today, I'm going to be reviewing a new fragrance by Jovoy. And this review was requested by one of you guys last week when I posted my unboxing video. So if you want to find out all about this fragrance, please don't go anywhere. Welcome back, guys. Yes, what we have here is the new Jovoy fragrance, and this one is called Aqua Memorabilis. Yes, I hope that's the correct way to pronounce the name of the fragrance. And some of you might not be familiar with the house of Jovoy. It's a French house out of Paris, I believe, and I own I think about 3 or 4 of the fragrances already, plus this one. And they're known for some of the heat fragrances like Private Label, like Psychedelic, and I believe Incident Diplomatique. And I think Remember Me and Pavilion Rouge are some of the other great ones that a lot of people like. But what we have today is the new fragrance Aqua Memorabilis by Jovoy. So this fragrance was launched in 2024, so it's a pretty new fragrance. And the perfumer behind this fragrance is Vanina Maracchiola. I hope that's how to say the name. And this one is described to be a citrus aromatic fragrance. But before we jump into the scent, guys, let's quickly go over the notes. So the notes with this fragrance, we have Clementine, bitter orange, grapefruit at the top. And at the heart of the fragrance, we have Clementine, black pepper, and violet. And at the base, we have Vetiver, Cedarwood, amber, sandalwood, and musk. So I'm going to do a quick spray just to remind myself of this scent. Good atomizer, guys. Great distribution. Woo. So this is a fresh fragrance. This is a citrusy fragrance. It has some zesty qualities to it here. It's quite clean. It's woody with some spicy touches from black pepper, of course. But guys, this is not your typical juicy citrusy fragrance. There's almost no juicy qualities here. What I get basically is a bitter orange kind of vibe with that citrusy freshness in the opening. And guys, there's that added unique twist. And the unique twist here is what sets this one apart for me, because there's that earthiness and that aromatic quality to it. Like I said, this is not your typical freshy fragrance. This one also doesn't have any aquatic touches to me. That's why I'm not sure why the name or where the name Aqua comes from. I mean, from my understanding, I would think, or maybe anyone would think, there's some aquatic touches here, like some salty marine qualities, but none of that is here. What we have here is more of a woody, earthy, citrusy kind of scent. And guys, the spicy, earthy undertones, just for me, it works really well in this fragrance. And on my skin, there's a tiny bit of sweetness, I guess, from the amber accord that's in here. Aqua Memorabilis here is not a safe blend buy, in my opinion. This is not your crowd-pleasing kind of freshy. I mean, it does have some crowd-pleasing qualities, but it's not your typical crowd-pleasing freshie. It has some woodiness, which for me works really well in here, and maybe that's why I like this fragrance so much. And guys, I have a lot of freshies. I have a lot of fresh fragrances that sometimes just go in one direction or would remind you of other fragrances and things like that. But this one has a uniqueness that personally I haven't encountered in many fragrances. Yes, I've seen some people compare this fragrance to some popular fragrances like Basso by Sospiro, which I own, but I can tell you right now that they don't smell the same. They're not the same fragrance. Yeah, maybe some of the earthiness, some of that dry woodiness in this fragrance would remind you of that fragrance, or even the Tech, the MS comparison. I don't see it in here, guys. And to me, those fragrances are more on the bright, really fresh kind of citrusy fragrances, while what we have here is more on the bitter side. This one is not fresh and juicy and in your face kind of freshness. This one has more of that bitter, almost zesty quality to it, and maybe that's why I like this one. And in the end, this fragrance dries down and becomes super classy masculine fragrance, in my opinion. And yes, this one leans masculine to me. Personally, I would recommend this fragrance for someone who's older, somewhere from 25 and above, just because this one has that mature kind of vibe to me. And that's because this one has some dated qualities to me due to that earthiness, almost green herbal quality in here. Aqua Memorabilis here I find to be signature scent worthy. It can be worn as an everyday fragrance and at the same time can be worn as a formal fragrance. I find this fragrance to be intense, but with the right amount of intensity. And the performance on this one is pretty standard, nothing crazy, and that's typical with most citrusy fragrances. I get 1 to 2 hours of solid projection with this one and about 6 to 8 hours of longevity on skin. You probably get more when you spray on your clothes like I do. And yes, this fragrance can be an everyday fragrance. I think this one is suited more for the spring and the summertime. So to round things off, guys, Aqua Memorabilis here by Jovoy is a winner for me. I personally like fragrances like this. I like fragrances that have a unique twist, especially citrusy fragrances that have that unique twist to them. Sometimes I get bored of the general citrusy fragrances that are kind of mass appealing, that are kind of straightforward, or they kind of go in the same direction. What we have here is quite different, and maybe that's why I like this one. So let me know what you think about Aqua Memorabilis here by Jovoy. Let me know some of your favorite fragrances from Jovoy, and let me know if you've tried this one and what you think about Aqua Memorabilis here. So that's it for this video, guys. If you're new to my channel and you like fragrances and you enjoy this type of content like fragrance reviews and things like that, please guys consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to click that bell icon so you get noticed whenever I drop a new video. And if you're looking to shop fragrances here in Canada or in the States, be it niche fragrances, be it designer fragrances, clone fragrances, and even tester bottles, I have a link in the description, and you're welcome to use my promo code PFC5 to get 5% discount. I'm going to wrap things up here, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, guys, please stay safe and bye-bye.